Yeah, good evening, friends. Myself, Dr. U. Seshadri. I have total 18 years of teaching experience. I am AWS certified trainer at associate level. See, I am providing the training, 40 days of the training. Once you register the course, then every day you are getting class recording videos, class notes, you got it. At the end of the training, then you got AWS interview questions and answers. And when you are attempting the global certification, how previously asked the questions and answers also I am providing. At the end of the training, each and every topic, the screenshot explanation I am providing. For this, the course fee is 5,000 rupees. 5,000 rupees. Friends, this is the demonstration video links are available in the YouTube channel, in DURGASOFT YouTube channel. I'll send the link to you. The demonstration videos are available. Fine. This is the day 5, the demonstration. This is the last demonstration, friends. From tomorrow onwards, they are changing the link. On day 1, I had to explain how to launch and connect the Windows server, how to launch and connect the Windows server. On second demonstration, I had to explain the basics of cloud computing, and also I explain the AWS global infrastructure, and how to create AWS free tier account. And also I explain how to launch and connect a Linux server. On day 2 demonstration, I explain. On day 3 demonstration, I explain that how to transfer files, transfer files from local system, means your laptop or desktop, to launched Linux server. But let what are the steps we followed? That's I had to explain. Fine. On day 3 demonstration, I had to explain those one. In yesterday's session, I launch and connect Ubuntu server, and I explain the Linux basic commands I had to explain. See, today, friends, I also launch and connect the Ubuntu server, and I explain the basics of Linux commands I had to explain. But then I open my AWS account. Click on Management Console. Here, sign into the console. See, at the time of your AWS account creation, whatever the mail ID you are given, that mail ID we have to give it, and you enter your password. Then it is open your AWS account. Your AWS account is open. See, friends, this is my AWS account. I am chosen the Mumbai region. See, to launch the Ubuntu server, I have to select which service, EC2 service, I have to select it. Quickly, I launch and connect the Ubuntu server. See, friends, to launch the Ubuntu server, click on instances at the left side. Anyone is new today's session, first confirm it. Based on that, I will teach. Any student will join today newly? No, all are existed students. Send me in the chat option. If anyone is new, fine. Yes, fine. Yeah. Today, I'll launch and connect the Ubuntu server, and I'll continue to the Linux basics commands. First, I had to click on left side instances option is there. There is no instances are there. Now we have to launch the instances. Here I am given the instant name is Ubuntu. I am given. Copy this instant name and paste it here in the notepad. Fine. Next, we have to scroll down. Next step is the operating system. That's nothing but the AMI image, Amazon mission image. I am selecting Ubuntu. I am selecting. See, we have to click on this one. Here we have to select it. The free tier, we have to select it. Scroll down, it is showing the AMI ID. Now, in any instance you are launching, you need to select the instant type. The instant type which is providing number of CPUs and the memory and the network performance can be provided. See, I am taking the T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. It is providing. Already it is there. Instant type T2.micro is there. Fine. Next, to connect any instant, you need to create the key pair or you may select the existed key pair. See, right now, whatever the key pairs I am created in the yesterday session, all are deleted. Now I am creating the new key pair. The key pair name I am given as Ubuntu key I am given. See, I am selecting the private key file format, PEM file format I am selecting. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option with the name is Ubuntu key. I copy the key pair name and paste it here in the notepad. Fine. Next step is to launch the Ubuntu server network settings. Here we have to select edit option. Whatever the default VPC, whatever the subnet, no preference is there. All default values I am selecting. For security purpose, I am creating the security group. That is, I am creating the security group is Ubuntu SG I am given. Copy the security group name and then we have to paste it in the description and also we have to paste it here in the notepad. This is the security group name I am given. See friends, you are launching Linux operating system. You are launching the Ubuntu server. So type it is providing default SSH, port range is 22. Source type here, if you click on these three things which are providing. If you select my IP address, my laptop IP address can be provided. With that IP address only, you are connecting your Ubuntu server, right? Suppose if I am specifying custom, then the administrator has to enter or you have to enter the IP address. Only for that particular IP address only your Ubuntu server will be connected. See, if I am selecting anywhere, if you know my AWS account, if you know my Ubuntu server, the key pair, then you can connect it anytime, any place, any location. See here, I am selecting the source type is anywhere I am selecting. See, while launching the Ubuntu server, default it is providing the storage is 8 GB it is providing. I am not adding right now any additional new volume of disk. I am not adding any advanced details right now. In upcoming session, I am adding. See, at the right side, it is showing the summary details. Click on launch instance. See, friends, how much time it is taking to launch your Ubuntu server? Just it's a matter of 2 minutes. 1 or 2 minutes it is taking. See that. If you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. It is showing all the details which are showing. That is, what is the instant name you are given, what is the instant ID, what is the instant state, instant type. While launching the instant, I am given the instant type is T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory it is providing. Right now the status check it is not providing. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Then the status check it is showing 2 by 2. I'll tell you the reason why it is showing the 2 by 2. If it is shows 1 by 2, then what is the indication? If it is shows 0 by 2, what is the indication? In upcoming session, I'll tell you in detail. See, if you move this scroll bar, it is showing the details. Our instant will be launched in AP South 1B. This is the public IPv4 DNS. This is the public IPv4. That is, if you move this scroll bar, all details which are showing. See friends, now what is the instant state? Running. If you select the instant, at the bottom also it is showing the details. Instant ID, public IPv4, private IPv4, instant state, public IPv4 DNS, all the details which are showing. I copy the public IP address. I'll paste it here in the notepad. This is the public IP address. This is the public IP address. And also I had to note down the private IP address. I had to note down the private IP address of my Ubuntu server. This is the private IP address. I copy and paste it here. Fine. I launch the Ubuntu server in Mumbai region data center. See friends, how can you connect this instant? How can you connect this Ubuntu server? That is using the Putty software. See, while launching the instant, I am selecting the key pair type is PEM file format I am selecting. By using putty, if you want to connect the Ubuntu server, then you need .ppk file you need it. So that we need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. You need to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format. How to convert PEM file format to .ppk file format? See, whenever you are installing the putty software, automatically the putty-sen is installed. How to open the putty-sen? With the help of putty-sen, you are converting PEM file format to .ppk file format. See friends, in my downloads, only the PEM file format is there. See that? What is the name I am given? This is the name I am given. Ubuntu key. The file type is the PEM file I am given. See that. If you see this one here, the properties. I am given the PEM file type only. I am given the PEM file format only. See that. See here. That is PEM file. Now to connect using the putty, you need .ppk file format. How we convert PEM file format to .ppk file format is using the putty-sen. For that, I open the putty-sen. See friends, don't go for generate option. It's taking much time. You have to select the load option. Wherever PEM file is there, in my downloads. But my PEM file is not showing here. What is the reason, friends? The reason is here I am not selecting all. If I am selecting all files, then my PEM file is there. Ubuntu key is there. Have to select your PEM file. Click on open. Click on OK. Click on save private key. Click on yes. I am given the name. File name is the same name I am given. That is Ubuntu key. The extension is .ppk file. Click on save option and then we have to close it. Now go to your downloads option. See friends, your ppk file is there. That is, I am converting PEM file format to .ppk file format. Now you can connect this Ubuntu server using the putty software. I have to open the putty software. Then it is asking the host name or the public IP address. For that, I copy and paste it here in the notepad. This is the public IP address. I copy the public IP address. Here I am pasting it here. Host name or the IP address. Here on left side, SSH option is there. Under AUTH authentication is there. Under credential is there. See, I am downloading the PEM file. I can convert it in the ppk file format. See, we have to browse private key file for authentication purpose. Click on browse option. Wherever ppk file is there, in my downloads. What is the ppk file? Ubuntu key. That's we have to select it. Click on open. Click on open. Click on accept. See friends, now you log in as. Just wait. I'm changing the appearance so that the visibility got the clarity. See, I'm given the size is 22. I am given. Okay. Now you log in as Ubuntu. I am given. See, I launch and connect the Ubuntu server. If you have doubt, I copy this address and I'll paste it here. See friends, these two private IP addresses are same. Yes. That is, I am connecting the Ubuntu server. In the last session, I explained that some basic Linux commands I explained. Some basic Linux commands I had to explain. That is how we are to create the file using the cat command. See friends, how to create the file using the cat command, how to read the content of a file, and how to remove the file, how we have to create the directory, why we are using the ls command. It is to display the list of files and directories we are using. To check the current path, we are using pwd, present working directory, we have to use it. Right? Now, how we have to change the directory? By writing cd. To clear the screen, we are using the command in the last session, clear we are using. To create an empty file, we are using touch command we are using. Fine. That is in the last session I explained. See friends, this is newly launched Linux server, newly launched Ubuntu server. If you want to clear the screen, you have to use the command is clear command. See, in the last session, I explained that how we had to create the file. Is there any list of files and directories are there? There is no list of files and directories are there. I am given the ls command. Now, I want to create the file. That is, I am creating the file name is AWS I am given. See, I am given the content is this one. I am given the content is this one. I am given the content is this one, right? I am given the content is this one. I entered my mobile number. I entered my personal mail ID also I entered. I entered my personal mail ID also I entered. Okay. This is my personal mail ID I entered. Okay. And then if you want to save this file, you have to use the Control+T. See, the file is created. You have to type the ls command. One file is created. One file it is created. Now, if you want to read the content of a file, if you want to read the content of a file, then what's the command we are using? We have to use the command is cat the file name we have to use it. Cat the file name we have to use it. See that whatever the content is there, that content can be displayed. To read the content of a file, we have to use it. Cat file name we have to use it. Sir, I want to copy. How to create copy of a file? How to create the copy of a file? That is how we have to create. How to create copy of a file. How to create a copy of a file. For that, we have to use the syntax is cp source file name, and then we have to specify destination file name. Destination file name we have to give it. See, I want how we are creating copy of a file from one file to another file. Same content will be available. For that, I am using cp, but the source file is AWS and the destination file I am given as Azure. Now we have to type the ls command. One more file it is created. See what the content is there on that Azure file. That is to read the content, I am using cat file name I am using. Whatever the content is there in this file, the same content will be available in this Azure file also. In this Azure file also. Fine. Now, how we have to check the current use? That is how to create a copy of a file. I am using the command. Now, what I am saying is how to check the current use. How to check the current user. How to check the current user. To check the current user, you have to type the command is who am I? Who am I? Here we have to type it. Who am I? See that you are Ubuntu. You are Ubuntu. Fine. To check the current user, you have to write the command is who am I? Fine. Now, to see the list of files according to the timestamp. That is to see the list of files according to timestamp. For that, we are write the command is ls-lt we have to write it. ls-lt we have to write it. ls-lt. See friends, the two files are there. One is AWS, second one is Azure. That is to list the file according to the timestamp. In what date and time this file will be created. What date and time this file will be created. See friends, those are nothing but the file permissions. Server. Okay. See, in yesterday session, I am creating the directory. How to create the directory? mkdir, the directory name I am specifying. See, If I am typing ls-lt, that is to list the files according to the timestamp. See friends, files are represented this color, directory is represented this color, which is listing the files according to the timestamp. It may be the file or it may be the directory. See, those are nothing but the file permissions. Those are nothing but the file permission. I'll tell you today's session. What are the file permissions are there? I'll tell you, just wait. See, this is the directory. The directory, the indication is in file permission before D is, that is nothing but the directory. That is nothing but the directory. Fine. Fine. Now, if you are using to check the current user, we have to write the command is who am I? We have to write it. Who am I? We have to write it. See, friends, here dollar sign is there. Dollar sign is there. Now, what is the difference between? What is the difference between this dollar symbol and this hash symbol? What is the difference? What is the difference? See, friends, the dollar symbol, the meaning is, the dollar symbol, the meaning is, it's a normal user. The dollar symbol, the meaning is, it's a normal user. It's a normal user. See, friends, the hash symbol, the meaning is, you are the root user or you are the administrator. You are the administrator or the root user or the root user or the root user. That is the meaning. Administrator, hash symbol is nothing but you are the administrator or you are the root user. Dollar is representing you are the normal user. You are the normal user. Fine. See, friends. See, here, what is the user is there? You are the normal user or you are the root user? Dollar sign is there. Dollar sign is there. Dollar sign is representing you are the normal user. You are the normal user. Fine. Now, our question is, how we have to switch from one user to another user? How we have to switch from one user to another user? How we have to switch from one user to another user? Wait, Javed, I'll tell you. I'll explain. See, how to switch from one user to another user? To switch from one user to another user, that is, how to switch from one user to another user. For that, we have to write the command is su. The root user, the name is username, we have to specify. Username, we have to specify. See, I am writing the command is su. Switch user, su, and then the root username is root I am specifying. See, friends, then it is asking the password. See, I launch and connector from Mumbai recent dataset. This Ubuntu server. I don't know what the password it is there. To overcome that, we are using the sudo the sudo command we are using. Sudo stands for super user do. Before I am using sudo, I am using. Okay. Now I can control plus C. Now I am coming to here. Now I have to use the sudo su. Sudo means super user do, switch the user to the root user. Because you are there in the normal user. The user is the Ubuntu. Who am I? If you are typing this one, you are the Ubuntu. You are the normal user. See, to switch from normal user to the administrator user, to switch from normal user to the root user, then we have to use the command is sudo su. The username is root I am given. See, now it is accepted. Now you are there, the root user. Now you are there, the root user. Now see friends, if you are typing the command is who am I, who am I, now you are the root user. You are the root user. See, in earlier $sign is there. That is nothing but you are the normal user. Now see friends, the hash sign is there. Hash sign is nothing but you are the administrator or you are the root user. You are the administrator or you are the root user. Fine, fine. That is the difference between the $sign and the hash sign. $sign and the hash sign. See, in this session I explained that how we have to switch from normal user to the root user. For that, I'm using the sudo command I am using. See, to switch from root user to the normal user, no need to use the sudo command. See, I have to switch from root user to normal user. I am not using sudo because the hierarchical is there. From higher level to the lower level, no need to use the sudo. From lower level, that is normal user to the root user, then we can use the command is sudo, super user do. Now I'm changing from root user to normal user. SU, switch user, the username is the Ubuntu I am using. See friends, it is accepting. In earlier, if I am typing like that, SU, the username, the root, then it is asking the password. I don't know the password. To overcome that, we are using the sudo we are using. Super user do. Fine. So that's the difference I have to explain. What is the difference between the dollar symbol and the hash symbol? Dollar is representing you are the normal user. Hash is representing you are the administrator or the root user. Fine, friends. Fine. Now, to get the current date, I want the current date. That is to get current date. We have to write the command here. Date we have to type it. This is displaying current date, month, and the year it is showing. That is to get the current date, we have to write the command is date we have to write it. See, if I am typing ls-l, it is showing the list of files along with the file permissions which are representing. See friends, here per files, the file permissions are there. Those are the file permissions. This is the directory. Before it is representing D. D is nothing but it is the directory. Those are nothing but the file permissions are there. I want to explain today the file permissions. Total, see that how many are there? 9 are there. First 3 are representing the owner. Next 3 are representing group. The last 3 characters which are representing others are representing. In Linux system, how the 3 types of permissions are defined. In Linux system, 3 types of permissions are defined. Total, the 9 characters are denoted the 3 types of permissions. 9 characters which are denoted, the 3 types of permissions are there. The 3 types of permissions are nothing but one is the read permission. It is denoted by the R. Small r, it is denoted. And second one is the write permission. It is denoted by the letter W. And third one is execute permission. It is denoted by the letter is X. See, 9 characters are there. 9 characters, they are denoting 3 types of permissions. The 3 permissions are read permission, write permission, and the execute permission. Read is representing smaller, write is representing W, execute is representing X. See friends, here the read, it is denoted by the letter smaller. The read permission, it allows you to open and read the content of a file. To read the content of a file. But you cannot do any editing or modifications in the file. We cannot do any editing or modifications in the file. It is denoted by the number. It is denoted by the number. Right? Fine. Fine. Next, see friends, write is there. Write permission is there. Write permission, it allows you to edit, remove, rename the file. Rename the file. The edit option is there if we are using the write permission. It is denoted by the number. It is represented by the number is 2. Next. The another permission is the execute permission. In Unix type system, you cannot run or execute program unless execute permissions. It is denoted by the number is 1. It is denoted by the number is 1. See. How many are there? There are total 9 characters are there. Here the first 3 are representing the administrator or the owner. The next 3 characters which are denoting the group is representing. Last 3 characters are denoting the others are representing. Others are representing. Fine. I am taking the example in this one. I am taking the example file name is the AWS AMP. AWS AMP. This is the file. For this file, those are the file permissions. Those are the file permissions. Sir, I want to change the file permissions. How to change the file permissions? How to change the file permissions? To change the file permissions, we have to write the command is chmod. Chmod we have to use it. Chmod is nothing but change mode. Chmod is nothing but the change mode. Change mode we have to use it. See, there are 2 ways we can change the permissions of our file. We can change the permissions of our file. So how many ways are there? That is, there are 2 ways. There are 2 ways. We can change permissions of our file. Permissions of our. One way we can change the file permission is, one is absolute mode. One is absolute mode. We call it as a numerical mode. Second way to change the file permission, symbolic mode. We call it as a alphabetical mode. See friends, already I prepared the material for that. Once you register the course, then we'll get the updated class notes every day to your drive link. See friends, already I prepared the class material. See, the Linux commands today I explain. How many ways we can change our file permissions? There are 2 ways are there. One is absolute mode. We call it as a numerical. Second one is symbolic mode. We call it as a alphabetical mode. Fine. See, the absolute mode, the 0 is representing no permission. See, here it is representing number, octal permission representation, and reference I am representing. 0 is representing no permission. It is referred as hyphen. 1 is representing execute permission. It's denoted as hyphen x. 2 is representing write permission. Just now I am saying hyphen w hyphen. 3 is representing, 3 can be written as 1 plus 2. 1 is execute permission, 2 is write permission. So 1 plus 2 is 3. See, the 3 can be represented as hyphen wx. Number 4 is representing read permission. It is represented as r hyphen hyphen. Number 5 can be represented as 4 plus 1. 4 is the read permission. 1 is execute permission. 4 is read permission and 1 is execute permission. 4 plus 1 is 5 is there. It is represented by or hyphen x. Or hyphen x. Read permission hyphen execute permission. Number 6 is representing, 6 can be written as 4 plus 2. 4 is read permission, 2 is write permission. 4 plus 2 is 6. It is represented by or w hyphen. Or w hyphen. Fine. Next, number 7 is representing all permissions. 7 can be represented as 4 plus 2 plus 1. 4 is the read permission. 2 is write permission. 1 is execute permission. So, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. That is represented by or wx. Or wx. Fine, sir. Fine. That is absolute mode or the numerical I am representing, table format I am representing. Fine. Fine. See, I want to change the file permissions using the absolute mode. Just now I explained the table. Sir, I am changing the file permissions using the ch mode. 764 I am given. The file name is AWS I am given. File name is AWS I am representing. See, before that, what are the file permissions are there? For this file, AWS file, the owner has the read, write permissions are there. Group has read, write permissions are there. Others has only the read permissions are there. Now I am changing the file permissions. By using ch mode 764. The file name I am written as AWS AMP. See, the first 3 are representing the owner permission. Next 3 are representing the group permission. Last 3 are representing the others permission. I am changing the file permission is ch mode 764. The file name I am given. Now, tell me in the chat box what permissions I am given for owner, what permissions I am given for group, what permissions I am given for the others. Send me in the chat box. Friends, chat option is enabled. You have to utilize the chat option. Friends. You have to utilize the chat option, friends. Kiran, for what RWX you are given? Yes, 7 is representing what? Javid, you are representing group is read, write. That's okay. But what about the owner? What about the others? I have changed the file permission ch mode 764. The file name I am specifying. Yes, Kiran. Yes, whatever you are representing, that's correct. Yes, Ramesh. Now see that. I am changing the file permission. Yes, Javed. Now, if I am typing ls-l, see that the file permissions are changed. Owner has read, write, execute permission are there. Group has read, write permission. Others are the read permissions are there. Now, friends, I am changing the file permissions. Those are the file permissions are there in my AWS file. Those are the file permissions are there. Now I want to change the file permissions by using ch mode 777. The file name I am given as AWS AMP. Now send me in the chat box what permissions I am given for owner, what permissions I am given for group, what permissions I am given for others. Yes, Kiran. Yes, you are saying right. That is all permissions I am given. Owner I am given the permission, read permission, write permission, execute permission. Group, I am given the permission, read permission, write permission, execute permission. Others also I am given a number, 7 I am given. That is, others also I am given the permission is read permission, write permission, execute permission. Yes, Javed. Yes, Javed. See, if you have doubt, I am typing ls-l. See, friends. See, friends, the owner I am given all permission. Group I am given all permission. Others are also I am given all permission. Like that, you have to change the file permissions. You have to change the file permissions. Those are the file permissions that are there for the AWS file. For the AWS file, fine. Now again, I want to change the file permissions by using the chmod. Chmod. Now I am given 600. The file name is AWS Angular. Now I am changing the file permissions for the AWS file. Send me in the chart option what permissions I am given for owner, what permissions I am given for group, what permissions I am given for others. Right. See, the owner I am given read write permission. The group I am not given any permission. Yes, Ramesh. The others I am not given any permission. See, if you have doubt, I am typing ls-l. See, friends, the owner I am given read write permission. Group I am not given any permission. Others are also I am not given any permission. Others are also I am not given any permission. Right? That is one way to change our file permission is using the absolute mode or the numerical. See, how many ways are there to change our file permissions? There are two ways are there. One is absolute mode. Second one is symbolic mode. Just now I am saying with an example, the absolute mode I am explaining. Now we'll see that the symbolic mode. See, friends, to change our file permission, another way is using the symbolical mode. See that. For that I prepared the slide also. See, here I am representing, yes, Javed. Here I am representing the symbol I am mentioned, the functioning, and then the description I have mentioned. See, UZOA. The functioning is representing who is representing. Here the symbol U is representing user or the owner. Z, group is representing. O, others. A, all representation. See, friends, the symbol plus and minus, they are representing operations. Plus is representing addition, minus is representing remove. And also the symbol or W, X is there. They are nothing but the permissions. R is the read permission, W is write permission, X is the execute permission set. Execute permission set. Okay, execute permission set. Fine. Now, using the absolute mode, I want to change the file permissions. Using the absolute mode, I want to change the file permissions. See, friends, that is, I want to change. What are the file permissions that are there for the AWS? Those are the file permissions. For the AWS. The owner has read-write permission. Group has no permission, and others has no permissions set. Are there. Using the symbolic mode or the alphabetical mode, I am changing the file permission, that is chmod, U plus X, the file name I am specifying. I am changing the file permissions using the symbolic. This is I am changing the file permissions. Send me in the chart option what permissions I am given. For the owner, what permission I am adding. See, U is representing what? Yes, Ramesh. Yes. U is representing what? the owner. Plus is representing what? Adding. X is nothing but what? The permission. That is, I am adding the owner, the execute permission I am adding. See, whatever the permissions are there, the read permission, write permissions are there for the owner. Now I am adding the execute permission. If you have doubt, I am typing ls-l. See friends, for the owner I am adding execute permission. The group I am not adding anything. Others are also I am not adding anything. Others are also I am not adding anything. Yes, Java. Fine, fine. Now, suppose if I am changing the file permission, that is chmod, owner, I remove the permission, execute permission. For the file is AWS. Now we will see that ls-l, I can remove the permission, execute permission for owner. Like that, we can change the file permission using symbolic mode or alphabetical mode. See friends, I can give multiple permissions at a time also. How I can give multiple permissions at a time? That is by writing chmod z plus w, and they are separated with comma o plus x. See, what is the meaning of G? G is nothing but group. I am adding which permission? Write permission I am adding. O is representing what? Others. What permission I am adding? Execute permission I am adding. See, in which file we are specifying? The AWS file. See that I am changing the file permissions. That is group, I am add the permission is write permission. Right now, for this AWS file, there is no permission for group. There is no permissions for the others. Now, I am adding the permission for group, write permissions I am adding, others, execute permission I am adding. Now, if you type the ls command, see that now the group I am adding write permission, and others I am adding execute permission I am adding. Yes, Javed. Yes. So at a time we can give the multiple permissions using the symbolic mode also. Using the symbolic mode or the alphabetical mode. Fine. Sir, here in the AWS file, what the content is there? For that, we are using the command is cat file name we have to specify. Fine. Sir, I want to read. I want to display first two lines in the file. For that, we have to write the command is head command we have to use it. Head -2, the file name we have to specify. See that whatever the first two lines are there in the AWS file, the first two lines are displayed by using the head command. Sir, I want to display last few lines. Then you have to use the command is tail, last two lines, the file name we have to specify. See friends, in this AWS file, those are the lines that the last two lines is nothing but this one. It is displayed the last two lines only. Fine. Next, one more I have to explain. The word count, WC, we are using. The file name I am given as AWS AMP. See, the word count, this command will display the number of lines, number of words, number of bytes, and then the file name. It is displayed. See, I am writing the command is word count, the file name I am representing. See that it is representing number of lines on that file. See how many lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines are there. Here, the word count, it is displaying number of lines, number of words, 13 words are there, and number of bytes, and then the file name, it is displayed. Right? Fine. Fine. Now, see that I am using the pipe command I am using, that is head -2 the file name I am specifying AWS means on the AWS file I want to display first two lines. First two lines is nothing but these two, and this pipe symbol I am using, tail of one I am using. Here in the first two lines, what is the last line? This line only it is displayed. That is, for that we are using head and tail combination also we have to use it. See friends, it is displayed in first two lines, but the last line that is it is displayed. For that also we have to use the pipe command. Fine friends. Up to now today I have to explain the file permissions. Tomorrow session I have to explain the repositories I have to explain, and then VI editor I am explaining. Okay. If anyone have any questions regarding today's session, no, I will explain Java tomorrow. So today is the last demo session. Tomorrow onwards the link will be changed. After completion of your practice, we have to delete all those things. We can terminate your instances. Yes,
sir,
yes.
One question, sir.
Yes.
Suppose that you created one instance, okay, and with the PEM file you created .pk file with putty.
Okay.
Now again, I want to create one more instance because it can have more than two instances, right?
Okay.
Then in that case, for that also PEM file will be different, right? For every instance, PEM file will be different, no?
You may use the same key. Key. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. We can use the same key also. No problem. It will be work out. Or you may create another key. If you want to use the existed key pair, we can use that one also. No problem. It will be connected with that key.
But again we need to connect to putty. Means two putty
Yes.
will be.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In one putty it is not possible, na? We need to create another putty, right?
To create other putty, yes, we can use the same key also. We can use the same key. See, for this instant, I am using, what is the key pair I am using? What is the key pair I am using? This is the key pair I am using. Ubuntu key I am using. Next, I want to use the another instant. I want to launch the another instant. Say the another instant name is Amazon Linux I am using. The same key pair we can use it. No problem. Then it will be connected. It is connected. You can practice that one. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Any questions? Today is the last demo session. After completion of your practice, we can delete it. Fine. If no questions, yes, I can end the session. I will end the session. Okay. Thank you. Tomorrow onwards, the link will be changed. I'll end the session. Thank you.
Thank you.